I am Roller Polar Bear, bringing you all the live feed. We will be joined very shortly by DeCaster as we're about to get into the action here. And we are looking at both jammers. Number 404, that is Flawless. And he'll be taking on at number 57. So the 5-second hand is up, and we are about and ready away to get this game underway. And away we go. Flawless racing out in front. There is your lead jammer. So Suffolk out and about, picking up lead. Nuclear Blast, that's number 57 for Bristol in the fancy leggings, hunting down Suffolk. And we are looking at a 5-point pass. So it looks like Suffolk roller derby. It is an actual 0-0 pass to kick things off here. Barely a minute on the clock. Jam one done. We are looking at 0-0 Wild Panda. That's 0-0 Wild Panda taking on 1-2-1-2 of Suffolk. And the jam is on. A bit of a slow start. We got Mike Check for Suffolk. And there we go. Wild Panda breaks out and is lead for Bristol. Mike Check hunting down Wild Panda. Pack gets into a melee onto turn 2. Now he's seeing first points of the day. So 9 on the board for Suffolk, 3 on the board for Bristol. And looks like we have an official review. Looks like we got an official review called. Supposed to be DeCaster, but I don't know where she is. You know she's supposed to be here. She's just seen her about 10 minutes ago. It's all right, we're fine. No, I'll be all right. So we do have an official review here. And we'll have to give big shouts out to Derby Duck, who are producing this weekend. So big shout out to Derby Duck, who have provided us with excellent streaming quality all weekend for tracks 1 and track 2 down here trackside on to track 2, where we are seeing Bristol and Suffolk. And of course, if you're looking to get organized in 2017, look no further than Roller Derby Diary. Organize your time in 2017. Check them out at rollerderby.com. You can get a Roller Derby Diary up and running, showing you which events you'll be going to, when you're going to them, and whereabouts you need to be. And that will run into January 2018. So you're not going to be short of knowing where you need to be at this time. So as soon as the official review is over, we will let you know what the decision is and why the official review was called. What was it? So the official review was for a cut in the track penalty on the Black Jammer. No cut, so both jammers still out and about looking for points, but that is Suffolk taking an early lead jammer, and that is number 94. That's smacking any for Suffolk. Electrics Avenue still being held with some big hits from Tube Shock Shakur. The Tube Shock just loses Electrics Avenue, but he's right back in front to meet him. And Smackanani coming through, picks up the full 5 for Suffolk. Big hits coming through, and we're looking like Electrics Avenue picks up a cut track penalty. So Electrics Avenue is on the way to the box, and now Suffolk are starting on a power jam. So great work by Tube Shock Shakur and Smackanani. Suffolk going into an early lead of a 13-point spread. Only 3 minutes of this first period played. And Flawless lining up for Suffolk roller derby. And Flawless, positively Flawless, with that enter into the Bristol wall, breaking out with your lead jammer. And Flawless coming through, picking up the 5 points. Flawless getting taken to the ground with some great defensive work from Bristol. Bristol though losing a blocker. Oh, Flawless able to come through on the toe stops, comes flying through and picks up the full 5. Electrics Avenue out the penalty box, right into the melee. Just misses the hips of Great Scott. And Electrics Avenue is going through looking for points. Flawless shuts it down before any points can be done. Okie dokie, so we're back into the action on this next jam. Jam number 5 about to roll up with Mike Check.
1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. Is it working? It's working. Mike's checked. Fab.
So we are into Mike Check 1 2 1 2.
Yeah.
So I am joined now by DeCaster of the
Hello.
Brothers Grimm.
Hello. Sorry about that, guys. Got a bit mixed up with my timings there. So let's see what's going on here.
So of course Suffolk played up against Grimm Viesi, Brothers Grimm, team that you've announced before. What can you tell us about Suffolk and we should be looking out for today?
Suffolk, Tube Shock. The captain has got some very, very big hits on him. Very, very strong blocker. Mike Check 1 2 1 2, who's just up at the moment, is a very nippy jammer.
And we are back into the action as we're seeing number 5-7 Nuclear Blast coming up for Bristol. Bristol are 27 points behind Suffolk at this time, and the Nuclear Blast getting pipped off track. But their big blocker, as you said, DeCaster, is now in the box. So we're looking at a lead jam for the first time for Bristol. That is Nuclear Blast.
Okay, so let's see if he manages to pick up some points there for Bristol.
Nuclear Blast, big hit coming at him. He gets taken down.
And he's through. 4 points.
Mike Jack just bouncing off the Bristol blockers, going through and picking up the 4 points. Bristol looking for points here. Nuclear Blast was coming through, maybe looking for the apex, but shut it down last second, went outside, evaded the hits of Bristol. Nuclear Blast now just coming into Tube Shock Shakur, who's holding steadfast on Tube Shock. Look at Tube Shock's picked up a stop block penalty.
sent back again.
And Mike Check coming through, both jammers. It's just a race for points at this time as we're running through the final 30 seconds of this jam.
Indeed it is, and blocks on the floor. Jammer being recycled. And he's called it.
So Mike Check and both Nuclear Blast have picked up points on that last pass. It's actually a 12 points for Bristol, 15 points for Suffolk. So Suffolk still out in front. 30-point split in favor now of Suffolk Roller Derby.
Okay, so we've got Tak Chi up jamming for Suffolk. He did jam a little yesterday, but two of the main jammers for Suffolk yesterday were McInerney and Guy Pye, who are both blocking at the moment for Suffolk.
And we're looking at Wild Panda for Bristol. And a big hit from the Bristol pivot. That's Camo taking off Tak Chi. But we're looking right now, Wild Panda is out front, breaking out to turn 2 as your lead jammer.
Suffolk jammers out too. It's all for points.
Great work from Wild Panda coming through and shuts it down. 4 points picked up by Guy Panda at the end of that pass.
Okay, Suffolk have Flawless up to jam next, 4:04. He jammed a lot yesterday. He picked up loads of points. He's very, very fast through the pack. Let's see if those Bristol blockers can stop him.
And he's coming up against Electrics Avenue. Electric Avenue, second time up front jamming today. And away we dance. Penalty box is empty at this time. 4-on-4 blockers. Suffolk going in for offense on the Bristol wall, coming out at turn 2. Flawless just getting pipped off yet again. I believe that's number 7. That's Camo again, doing the shutdown.
Oh, Flawless cut track.
And Electrics Avenue also cutting the track. So we will have both jammers in the penalty box and both jammers out the penalty box in a quick time.
Switcheroo. Okay, let's see.
Okay, so Flawless out of the box, now coming up into the Bristol wall, skips through, getting chased down by HTML.
Not quite making it.
And
Electric Avenue being recycled.
So yet again, Tube Shock Shakur just shutting it down for Electrics Avenue, not letting him through. And some great follow-up from Forrest Fump, taking off Electrics Avenue.
They are quite a team, those two together, when they are blocking. Definitely two to watch out for.
HTML going to the penalty box. I believe that's his second penalty of today as Flawless coming through, picking up the full 5 points. Suffolk pretty much picking up quite a commanding lead by far and wide, not unassailable. Only a 27-point spread at this time. Sorry, a 28-point spread. But Flawless got the great chance to extend that with 20 minutes of his first period still to play.
Indeed, Tube Sock again doing some really strong one-on-one blocking there. And Flawless through, another 5 points.
Great work yet again from Flawless coming through. Tube Sock Shakur taking big hits, but still being able to shut down Electrics Avenue. And Bristol have to, even though they are getting points on the board, Suffolk have come out hot and heavy and are really looking to take a very big early lead. Bristol will have to try and shut that down, but with the likes of Tube Shack Shakur and Forrest Fump, it ain't going to be easy.
No, it's not just the jammers that are scoring these points, it is these blockers that are preventing the scoring of the points.
So we got Mike Check and Nuclear Blast back on track, jamming for Bristol and Suffolk. Mike Check taking off Nuclear Blast into turn 1.
Both jammers been recycled to the back of the pack.
Mike Check just trying to keep hold. Getting clipped off by Gangi of Bristol. That's number 5-7, Nuclear Blast, still trying to come through. I don't think we've got a lead jammers yet. We're 30 seconds into this jam as well.
These blockers are making it really hard work for the jammers to get through, but he's done it. 1-2, 1-2. Mac check, he's through. A Richter scale sent to the box. Penalty for Suffolk.
So Nuclear Blast trying to find it a bit tough out there, but still free blocking on track. Oh, hits the pack hard.
Oh, he's through.
And breaks out. And Mike Check shuts it down, picking up the 3 points for Suffolk. So we are seeing a 58-22 game in favor of Suffolk.
Okay, 36 points. Still catch-upable. All to play for.
Without a doubt, we've seen teams claw themselves back into these games. This is a nice lead to have at an early point in the game, but we've seen some men's games where it's easily swung back into Bristol's favor, and Bristol will be looking for that yet again. They did take down Teesside Skate Invaders, which were possibly the favorites going into this weekend.
Indeed they were. Oh, and Bristol have lead jammer, closely followed by Smacanani for Suffolk.
So Wild Panda and Smacanani. Wild Panda's got about a quarter of the track and looking to hunt down some points for Bristol. Hitting the outside, going past Tube Shock Shakur, but he calls it off. But Smacanani was able to pick up the points. So we're just waiting. We've got 4 points picked up by Suffolk. We're just waiting to see what Bristol have picked up. That's 3 points for Bristol. So swings back in to Suffolk's favor. 4 points for Suffolk, 3 points for Bristol. 62 plays, 25. That's 37 points. Oh, but hello, Nuclear Blast blasting out front in lead.
Flawless still trying to make it through.
Oh, Nuclear Blast goes for the hop, skipping the jump, but it doesn't pay off. HTML picking up a no penalty. That's his third one today. And Nuclear Blast shuts it down before Flawless can pick up any points. 2 points for Bristol.
None for Suffolk on that time. Bristol are creeping up. Slowly but surely. Can they catch the monkey? It's Mike Check and Wild Panda up to jam next.
So 35 points, 16 and a half minutes left on this first period. And away we dance. And Mike Check pretty much through unopposed, picking up your lead jammer. Wild Panda still got some work to do. As Suffolk doing a great job of shutting it down, blocker after blocker. Evil Quad and Evil picking up a failure to reform penalty.
And there's points for Suffolk. 4 points.
Wild Panda hitting the deck. Tried to take the outside apex, but hits the deck at the end. And no points picked up by Bristol. So 4 points picks up for Suffolk, 66 plays 27. And we do have a timeout here. Timeouts here is brought to you by Roller Derby Diary 2017. Get yourself organized for 2017 by checking out rollerderbydiary.com. And of course, we got some fantastic sponsors here this weekend who have really helped to take care to make this event such a special event. Of course, we will be nowhere with this live stream without Derby Duck. Now, borders all the live stream action from both tracks 1 and 2, and have really looked after us this weekend. You got to love the headphones, DeCaster.
Indeed, indeed. They are really good noise-cancelling headphones.
They're not bad at all.
Seriously good. Okay, so don't forget, if you do order your roller derby diary online using the code in this weekend's programme, you can get a free personalisation. So if you see somebody who's been here in person, snatch that code off them. Okay, team timeout. First aid are still having a little look at Wild Panda, making sure he's okay.
So apparently I have a mixture of Barry Wogan, which is basically old Terry Wogan, because I can do a bit of the old Terry Wogan, but I've also got an American accent apparently when I do the old talky talk with a slight bit of Yorkshire.
Slight bit of Yorkshire.
Just for fun.
Just a little bit.
So thanks a lot, Shellye of Hot Wheel. I hope you did watch your team bring a fantastic win against London Rock and Rollers earlier. That was here on track 2. Them blockers, that Shiv Vicious, she blocks so much better than you, Shellye. I'm sorry, please don't hurt me, but you don't know where I live, so nah.
There indeed has been some fantastic play this weekend, both from the blockers as well as the jammers. There's been some amazing blocking going on and some amazing jamming going on. On the Teesside versus Brim game earlier on, the jamming was so technical, it was so fast, so nippy, so much toe stop work, and culling off just before the other team could actually score any points. Teesside did an amazing win there.
So we just got an extended timeout here as we're looking at the Bristol. Bristol Jammers just getting some help from the medics. So if you're watching on live, why not give us a shout out either on track 1 or track 2. You've had the pleasure of hearing some fantastic announcers this weekend. You've had the great likes of DeCaster, who's joined me right now, Boots, Mimey, Sissy, Trent, fucking crazy, Malice. You've had them all. You've had a sheer joy of some amazing announcing talent. And we are going to be back into the action soon. The medics are with Wild Panda, the Bristol jammer. So he is up and about, ladies and gentlemen. So he is going to be okay. And we're just waiting to get this game back into play.
Yep, he's up, he's about, he's walking. He doesn't have skates on at the moment, but we shall see what is going to happen later.
So don't forget, coming up on this track after this game, you're going to be seeing a Bristol Roller Derby women's team. They'll be coming up against Birmingham Blitz Dames, a Tier 2 final. But over on track 1, coming up in a little while, you're going to be seeing Manchester Roller Derby. And they're going to be taking on Swansea in the Tier 3 women's final. So don't forget, these last 3 games now are finals. This is the chance to get your hand on a pretty fantastic trophy. And if they don't get their hands on it, I'll just run off with it like I have done at many other events. And that's why I'm banned from places like Crufts and the Olympics. And I once went to a beauty pageant in America, but I was viciously maced by a family member. So, yeah.
Okay, so Bear's just gone off to speak to the officials to find out what is going on over there. So, as we were saying, you know, there is so much amazing derby going on this weekend. It's so good for you to join us on live feed here. I'm DeCaster Zone. I'm from that funny little town called Grimsby. And we've had our men represented here today, and they have played awesomely. They played against Suffolk yesterday, who you will be watching on track now. So let's just have a little look and see what else is going on. So we do have some amazing sponsors this weekend, and of course none of this could have happened at all without our amazing sponsors. So we do have the Roller Derby Diary organising and sponsoring our timeouts. to help you organise your plans for the coming year for 2017. And if you manage to snaffle a programme off somebody, you can use a code and get a free personalisation, which is all great. Derby Duck have been rather wonderful in helping us to be able to bring you this live feed. To those of you not lucky enough to be here in person, we have a jam line sponsor in Spank Alley. They are producers of armbands, helmet cameras, covers, and lots of cool stuff. Okay, we also have Pivot Star, who are sponsoring, and also Roll Line for those wheels and trucks. We have S1 helmets for shiny and sparkly safety kits. And we also have the WFTDA, who, of course, are the mothership. We love them lots, and without them, none of this would be possible. So we're still in timeout situation here, but I am seeing movement from officials and NSOs. So let us see what is going on. Obviously, none of Derby can actually take place like this without the NSOs and the refs and the other volunteers who help to keep our tracks nice and safe and clear. Okay, first aid are still out, double checking that everyone is fit and healthy and able to continue with the game here. Having a little bit of a track repair too, making sure that everyone is kept safe when the game does indeed continue. We do have a situation where Suffolk have one blocker in the penalty box. So when we do start again, they will be one blocker down in the penalty box. Wild Panda is still being looked at by first aid. Oh, Bear's on his way back. Wonder what's gone on. Hi, Bear.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so some big news coming from us. Bristol Roller Derby are going to forfeit this game. The scores at this time are going to stand at 66 to 27. Bristol have just picked up an injury of one of their jammers. They picked up an injury yesterday as well. They are down to 7 skaters and have decided to forfeit this game. So this game will be coming to a conclusion very soon. I will be back in a moment. I'm just going to be relaying that to the house feed. So you will be seeing me again stood in the middle in my fantastic suit. Don't go anywhere. The more we know, the more we'll let you. So thank you very much at this time.
Okay, so that was a bit of a shock. So 2 players down for Bristol, down to 7 players. That is a small number of people to continue with. So obviously that is a sensible decision to be made on behalf of Bristol. So Suffolk have been declared the winners of this game due to the game being forfeited and called off by Bristol for safety reasons.